Hello, hello, hello. Hi, it is me, the Beisha. How's it going? I hope everyone is well. I hope everyone is doing good. We're going to continue with our story, with our visual novel. Yeah. Hopefully, it all goes well. I hope you're all good. I should stop talking. I'm a silly bean. Okay, let's start. Oh, no. I was meant to load. No, I forgot. Load game. This one. Yes. Okay. Who do we want to watch? Let's see. Let's hang out with Let's hang out with Lottie. Hurry up, Sarah Mama. I want to show you the best gingerbread. It has sugar flowers on top. Nom. Don't run ahead. Lottie was still too young to leave the seminary and explore London on her own, but Sarah's company was considered sufficient guidance and protection. It was a warm and pleasant day, and Sarah had seen no need for a carriage. Instead, the two of them were stretching their legs along the streets of London on their way to the shops. Hello, Cleo. Come for a visit? Come for pats? There you go. There you are. It's a spot if you want to sit there. Unfortunately, Lottie was an inconstant travelling companion. She did not care to walk hand in hand, but instead would leap from point to point, ducking through gaps between passerbys where Sarah could not follow. Sarah was not an inactive child, but neither was she one who enjoyed a high-speed chase, particularly one peppered with human obstacles. It did not suit her dignity. So dignified. Lottie, please walk slowly. Fine. She stopped in place, allowing Sarah to catch up. But as Sarah passed her, she remained still on the sidewalk. Lottie? I'm walking slowly. I'll be behind you. All right. Sarah proceeded on their intended route, making a few quick checks behind herself to be sure that Lottie was actually following and not staying in that one spot forever. As long as I am in front and walking at a normal pace, she can see me easily, so she won't get lost. That's what they all say. That's what they all say. It's the lie we tell ourselves. So she thought, until at last, after crossing an intersection, she looked behind her and Lottie was nowhere to be seen. Lottie? She waited in place for a while, hoping that the smaller girl was simply lagging on her shorter legs. But minutes passed and there was no sign of her. Thus began a frantic search. First, Sarah rushed back along the streets to the last place she had seen her, in case Lottie had decided to stop or had fallen and injured herself. Nothing. Then, remembering that Lottie knew the way to the bakery and might have taken another route there as a surprise, Sarah rushed to the direction. Her worry was now such that she demanded passage between people with only the briefest of pardons. and she was quite out of breath when she arrived, but Lottie was not there, and the baker had not seen her. What will I do? I was supposed to protect her. I cannot return to Miss Minchin's without her. I won't. She's my quote-unquote daughter. I have to find her. However, she had no clear idea of where else to search. Sarah walked up and down the streets, clutching at the fabric of her skirt in distress. Adults often smiled at Sarah as she walked, charming and well-dressed as she was. Seeing her worried face, those same interested souls would pause to ask her what the matter might be. Unfortunately, no one remembered seeing a little girl of Lottie's description, at least not clearly enough to indicate where she might be. With no better option, Sarah returned again to the bakery. Still no Lottie. And then once more retracted her steps back in the direction of Miss Minchin's Select Seminary. At last she heard a sound that simultaneously made her heart leap and her ears cringe. The wailing of a distressed little girl. Lottie! Sarah, Mama! Lottie clutched desperately at Sarah's sleeve, bawling until it seemed that her entire face would melt away. It took some time to get a clear explanation out of her. She had been lagging behind for the fun of it, keeping Sarah in sight up ahead, but fell too far back and had to hurry to keep up. Lottie had followed a distant head, and which she thought was Sarah's, down a wrong turning. When she finally caught up to that figure, she discovered that it was a stranger, and did not know what to do. Aww. Poor Lottie. Here. Head pats for Lottie. There you go. She had stood in place, waiting for someone to find her for some time, but no one came, and at last she succumbed to tears of despair. Oh, see, this is why you don't just let kids walk around behind you where you can't see them. You can't be doing that. I thought you went home, and no one would ever find me again. So I tried to go home. It's a good thing that she did. If she hadn't gone back on her own, I might never have found her. She did find her way here. She might have been able to retrace her steps all the way back to Miss Minchin's seminary. But I'm not sure I should say that and encourage her to go off alone. Instead, Sarah rocked and cuddled her quote-unquote daughter and petted her curls. Aww, yeah. Hair pats, head pats, head pats. This was not a tantrum for attention such as Lottie had sometimes created. She needed the comfort. Tantrums aren't for attention. And if a kid is throwing a tantrum to get attention, like, that means that something's not right. Something's not right if that's happening. Most of the time tantrums are because kids have big emotions and they're new to them and they do not know how to express them properly. It's very stressful to have emotions that you don't understand and that are new to you. Of course they're going to, cry a bit. It shouldn't be that strange. Now that we've found ourselves, let's go and find some gingerbread, alright? Yeah, gingerbread. Will you carry me? Oh, she sounds like my niece. Hi, Cleo. There you go. Cat pats. You were too big for that. That's what I say to my niece as well. Lately I've been telling her that she needs to use her legs on her own because you have to use your legs to walk. They're there, and if you don't use them, they won't be strong, and then you won't be able to walk properly anymore. That's what I tell her. I tell her, you got your legs, you got to use them so they stay strong. I am not too big. Then I am too small. It would be nice if I could carry Lottie in my arms the way that I carry Emily, but it would not work for long. I can't hold you up the whole way to the bakery, but I can hold your hand. See? Put your hand here and don't let go, and then you won't be lost. Yes, Sarah, Mama. Yeah. Happy. I'm just going to check a thing. What is this thing? Okay, cool. It is that thing. Okay. There we go. Stay together now, girls. Keep in line. I swear their voices change every time. I am not good at voices. It was Sunday, and the girls of Miss Minchin's Select Seminary walked together on their way back from from services. No. The air was warm, and the foggy veil of London thin enough for sunlight to pass through. Oh, that's nice, I guess. Kinda. It seemed a day designed to inspire rest and relaxation. Yes. Oh, it's the beggar kid! Hello, lovely human. Oh, we haven't seen them in a while. In that indolent atmosphere, only Sarah heard the fruitless cough of the beggar child. Hi, beggar child. Help the beggar child. Help them. Help them. Give them cake. Give them food. Give them medicine. Give them a bed and a home. They're so cute. She could not have said whether it was the same child as before. It looks like the same child. But I mean, like, they could just be using the same picture because they don't want to draw another one. Nor did she take the time to consider the likelihood of such. She moved without thinking, her coin purse in hand. Here is a sixpence. Go and buy yourself some fruit and something to drink. After passing on her bounty, Sarah returned to the formation of schoolgirls, fully expecting to be scolded by Miss Minchin. Such was not to be. Did you see that, girls? Sarah has given you a very fine example of Christian generosity and kindness. Last time she told us off. You given mixed signals. What is this? Last time you told us off. We all know the importance of these virtues, but we often find it difficult to put them into practice in our daily lives. That's our Sarah. Yes, our marvelous little princess. How strange. Have I changed so much in the months that I have been here, or has Miss Minchin? It is strange. I'm confused. Or could it be that we are both exactly as we were, and something else has changed instead? Maybe it's because your dad is now doing diamond mine stuff. That may be the case. Okay, we need belief and we need vigor. Let's do that. That. No, this one, and then this one. Okay. Let's see. Yes. Yes. Okie dokie. It could have been worse. Thank you for having me to tea, Sarah. You know you're always welcome. Yes, but I still appreciate it. I don't think I should stop thanking you when you do nice things just because you've done them before, and I've thanked you before. You are very sweet. Yes, you are. Head pats. We love Ermengarde. Ermengarde is sweet. Sarah looked down at her tea. The sugar had already completely dissolved into the hot water. Its sweetness was not something that could be seen. Ermengarde, do you know why Miss Minchin treats me differently? She does? I feel that she praises me every day, whether it's for my being quick to finish my lessons or having something so small as having an amiable smile. But you have a lovely smile, and you are very clever at your books, more than anyone else. Everything she says is true. I must believe that if you say it is so, but I don't feel that I am any more clever or amiable than I was some months ago, and I do not think she liked me so much then. Maybe it took Miss Minchin a while to realize just how wonderful you are. Some people aren't as quick at understanding things as you. Sarah sighed to herself and took a sip of tea. Tea. A lot of nice accidents have happened to me. It just happened that I always liked lessons and books, and could remember things when I learned them. It just happened that I was born with a father who was beautiful and nice and clever and could give me everything I liked. Perhaps I have not really a good temper at all. If you have everything you want and everyone is kind to you, how can you help but be good-tempered? I don't know how I shall ever find out whether I am really a nice child or a horrid one. You're nice because you're nice. It depends on how you treat others and whether you respect others. Like, you can get everything you want in the world and treat other people poorly and treat yourself poorly and, think poorly of others, look down on others. You can have nothing and do the same, and you can have like everything, you can have nothing, and at the same time you can treat people well and treat yourself well and think well of others and not think you're better than others and things like that. Perhaps I'm a hideous child and no one will ever know, just because I have never had any trials. Nah. You are not your worst times in the world. That's just one little part of you. The way you are when things are bad is one part of you. The way you are when things are good is another part of you. And that's all you. Like, nobody's perfectly good or horrid. Lavinia has no trials, and she is horrid enough. I mean, like, you're not really wrong. But I'm pretty sure she does have trials, we just don't know about them. Sarah rubbed the end of her little nose reflectively as she thought the matter over. Well, perhaps that is because Lavinia is growing. Yeah. Aren't we all growing? Yes. Lavinia is one of the eldest. I have heard it said that that age makes girls especially disagreeable, though I don't know why. I hope that I don't have to become angry all the time only because of growing older. Oh, I'm certain that you won't. You're a kind friend. Nice. Okay. We just did Lottie, so let's visit Ermengarde. Do, do, do. Sarah, oh Sarah, look what I have. Ermengarde knocked rapidly on Sarah's door with one hand, while the other pinned her treasures against her chest. When Sarah opened the door, she was surprised to see her friend clinging with such enthusiasm to what appeared to be a pair of books. Ermengarde doesn't like books, so that's surprising. Certainly, books would be worthy of Sarah's excitement, but in Ermengarde's hands they seemed more commonly to be useless weights, tying her down. Oh, it's not her fault she can't read well. I was so offended before. How dare you not like books? But it's because she can't read well. Like the words all blend together. It's not her fault. Your father sent you something else? Oh no, these aren't from my father. May I come in? Of course. She held out her arm in an elegant invitation, a hostess in miniature. I'll have Mariette fetch us some tea and cakes. Oh, no cake for me, please. She ducked her head as she walked into Sarah's room. Then again, a nod to hello. And then again, to nod a hello to Mariette. Hi, Mariette. Hi. How's it going? How are you? It's just that... Sorry. It's just that my mother is always sending me hampers of sweets. Even if I don't want them. I would rather have bread and butter, if that's alright. Bread and butter is also nice, honestly. Of course it is. I will return shortly, mademoiselle. Sarah pulled out a chair for Ermengarde, who was still cradling her burden. Are these books something your mother sent then? No. These are from my mother's sister, my Aunt Eliza. She lives in the countryside. She never married, so she inherited my mother's parents' property, and she lives there alone, except when she visits my mother. My father doesn't like her very much, because she doesn't agree with him about Irish home rule, and she wasn't very clever at school either. He thinks she is a bad influence. I like her. I wish she were always visiting. When I go home, my father is always asking me things like, when did Edward III ascend the throne? Or, who died of a survey of Lampreys? Words. And then my mother said, dear me, Ermengarde, you are very fat and size. It's a little rude. That's a little rude. I mean, it's okay to have a little bit of fat on your body. It's okay. It's unfortunate and inappropriate to talk about people like, that that's so rude. It's just rude, okay? I'm trying to explain it. I'm trying to explain what I'm thinking, but the words aren't coming out. It happens sometimes. I apologize. It's okay, Ermengarde. You're alright. It's a bit rude. It's a bit rude of your mum. Aunt Eliza takes me riding. She talks about the hunt and Rover and Skipper, her dogs, and her gardens. She sent me these. Ermengarde laid out the 2 volumes for Sarah's eyes. No, there was only one cloth-bound volume. The other, though a similar size and shape, was in fact a pair of wooden blocks, wrapped around with leather straps. It is for flower pressing. You press the flowers tight between the wood blocks and squeeze out all the water inside them. If you put a sheet of paper inside, sometimes the petals will colour it like a print. When the flowers are dry and flat, then you can frame them or stick them in the pages of a book with some egg whites. See, she's sent some pansies for a start. Can you actually use egg whites as glue for these flowers? That seems odd. But okay. You know what? We're just gonna be like, okay, because I don't feel like looking that up right now. Ermengarde spread open the pages of her book, and Sarah bent her dark head to take a closer look. Oh, you can still see all the little veins in the petals. If you dry them when you press them, they don't shrivel up. What a charming hobby. Your aunt is very wise. It is good to know that Ermengarde does have a relative she is fond of. Yes, that is true. If you had a flower press when you were in India, then you could have saved some of the flowers. When I go back there after I finish school, I will have to press flowers and mail them to you. Go back? It had not occurred to Ermengarde until this moment that Sarah saw her life in England as nothing but a temporary sojourn. Okay, that is one that I can look up right now. What is sojourn? What is this word? I do not know this word. So, how do I spell it? S-O-J. S-O-J. Oh, there it is. A temporary stay. That's what it means. Bum, bum, ba-da, bum, bum. Dun, dun, dun. Yes, I must return to my papa. I miss him dreadfully. Then I will never see you again. Oh. Sarah as well had not entirely considered the consequences of developing friendships at Miss Minchin's and then returning to her home so many hundreds of miles away. It was one thing to think of those whom she loved and missed, but another to consider that she herself would be missed quite strongly if the look in Ermengarde's eyes was anything to judge by. Well, once I am an adult, I will be able to travel. If I please. I see no reason why I couldn't come back to England once in a while. She reached over and touched Ermengarde's hand. If you are here waiting for me, if you are here, blah 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 blah. If you are waiting for me here, then I will always come back. Ermengarde breathed a sigh of relief. It would be dreadful if you were gone forever. At that moment, Marriott arrived at last with the tea. Tea. Nice. And Ermengarde's flower book had to be carefully set aside. Dun, 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 dun. Now, Lottie, hold on to my hands. Will you pick me up? Not like that. Your wrists are not strong enough. Now hold my hands like so. Now, pick one foot up off the ground and stretch it out behind you. I feel wobbly. I feel a little wobbly. Cute. That's why I'm holding on to you. Press your hands and try not to lean forward as you stretch. This feels strange. Sarah came into the room to find Jessie and Lottie engaged in some manner of dance practice. Oh, Lottie, I can see your petticoats. Great. Can we not? Why? Sarah, Mama! She let go of Jessie and rushed over to Sarah to demand a hug. Yes, hugs. Give the wee one some hugs, please. This one. Give this wee little child some good old hugs. She needs the hugs. Give them. Will you play with us? Play? I thought you were dancing. We weren't exactly. I had an idea and wanted to see if she could do it. But I would be happy to dance with you, Sarah, if you would like it. Where is Lavinia? I would have expected her to be with you. Lavinia has not been herself lately. She sighed, twisting up her beautiful long hair and then letting it fall again. Oh, Sarah, it's been so difficult. I've always admired Lavinia so very much, but now... Admired? Quite unexpectedly, Lavinia swept into the room. Jessie's eyes went wide, her hands flying uselessly to cover her mouth. Oh no, the drama. The drama! Yes, you admired me, didn't you? Only now there's a little diamond girl for you to admire, isn't there? You're nothing but a useless sycophant, Jessie Abbott. Oh. Oh. Yes, I know what that word means. What does that word mean? Sycophant. I've heard it before. Sycophant. The meaning of sycophant is a servile, self-seeking flatterer. A person who uses flattery to win favour from individuals wielding influence. Ah! Okay. I get ya. I know a lot of things. Things that nobody else does. Not even your precocious Princess Sarah. I feel like that's not true. I feel like there are certain people who claim that they know everything. They know certain things that nobody else knows. And those people are usually wrong. With a haughty tilt of her chin, she strode away. Jessie's eyes darted frantically back and forth, her cheeks taking on a lilac hue. Like purple? Then without a word, she crumpled the fabric of her skirt in her hands and hurried after Lavinia. Sarah, Mama, what's a sycophant? Sycophant. A sycophant is someone who flatters an important person that they don't really like. Oh, well, I already looked up the words, so I already knew. But it would have told me if I had just waited. Why? I don't know. Knowledge. Do, 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 do. Oh, that was a strange noise. We'll do that. I'll get that. Okay. Okie dokie. Only one? Boo. Do, 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 do. No, that simply won't do. My dear Sarah, how good it is to see you today. Thank you. As you know, your birthday will be upon us in only 2 short weeks. Yes. I am planning a grand celebration for you. We will decorate the entire schoolroom and have a little party with activities for all the students. Then you will open your gifts with great ceremony. And after they have been seen and admired, I'm doing terribly at this, you will proceed to a glittering feast where I will arrange some unusual treats. Unusual? Like what? like what? like what kind of unusual? Good or bad? Is there anything in particular that you would like for your special day, Sarah? Will my papa be there? No, your dad's not going to be there. He's in India. What was that? Oh, I only hoped. He had written me that he would like to be present for my birthday, and I hoped that you might have heard word. I'm sorry if Captain Crew has made such plans. He has not informed me. No, you know. I was told only to have your gifts made ready for you. Oh. Now, do not lose hope, my dear. Messages travel so slowly when the ocean is involved. It is always possible that ships are in motion even as we speak. However, even if your father is unable to attend the festivities, I hope you will have a simply marvelous time and write to him all about it so that he may send me all the money from his diamond mines. Yes, Miss Minchin, thank you. Well, my dear, if you have no other special requests, then you may wish to return to your friends. Get out of my face. There is another gentleman I need to speak with. Thank you, good day. Upon leaving Miss Minchin's office, Sarah briefly crossed the path of a sharp-featured, dry little gentleman who wore a neatly tailored suit and eyeglasses. Good day. He nodded at her. Quite as if he already knew her name and saw no need for the two of them to be introduced once again. Good day. Something about his manner seemed mildly unsettling to Sarah, but as he soon vanished into Miss Minchin's office, never to be seen again, she quite forgot all about him. Never to be seen again. Out of sight, Miss Minchin greeted her visitor. Ah, Mr. Barrow. Here are the next set of bills for Miss Crew's celebrations. I have it on an authority that the Parisian doll is nearly complete and will be delivered next week. The strange gentleman took the papers she handed him and regarded them with a sniff. You do not think this a trifle extravagant for such a young girl's birthday? Captain Crew expected the very best for his daughter. I don't see how it is your place to judge. He ordered that your firm would pay all the expenses, did he not? Yes. You are very fond of the girl, then? She is my most important pupil. Diamonds. I see. Very well. I shall take these and add them to the receipts for disbursement when the next payments arrive. Good day to you, Miss Minchin. Do. We're gonna hang out with Marriott and then we'll hang out with Becky. Sarah sat at her desk, unmoving, a pen kept poised between her fingers in preparation for the words that had not yet come. You meowing, Cleo? Hi. What is it? Meow. Come here. No? You're going to come sit on my lap? Come on. Come here for cuddles. There you go. You were studying that paper very intently, mademoiselle. Are there secrets written upon it? It was a kindly teasing over the still blank page, but Sarah considered the question seriously. Not that I can read, and I haven't written any of my own, not yet. It would be an interesting sort of magic to write words on paper that only some people could see. But it might be even more interesting if you could read words that hadn't been written yet. But then I suppose if you could read them first, you wouldn't be the one that was writing them. That was a sound Sarah had learned of polite acknowledgement without understanding. I'm preparing to write a letter to my papa, you see. I want it to be just right, so I keep turning the words over and over in my head. I don't want to send him a page full of blots and scratchings if I change my mind. I'm sure he would love any letter from you, even if it were nothing but scribblings. Yes, I suppose he would. Still, I want to do my best. Sarah thought a bit longer and then asked, Have you written to your family in France, Marriott? None. Do you need paper or ink? You can use my desk when I am out. If you would like me to leave you some time without interruptions, I could. Mademoiselle, you should not worry about such things. I don't know what voice to do for her, so it's just kind of going everywhere. I know how it feels to be far from the place you knew. You must miss your family very much. It is perhaps so. Then, mademoiselle, I did not leave my family in France. I'm terrible at this. I had already lost them many years ago. Sarah breathed out, hard, as a sudden pang of sympathy knifed through her breast. You are an orphan? Of that I do not know. Seeing the concern on her mistress's face, Mariette was compelled to explain herself. Mademoiselle, it is very difficult for a woman in service to raise a child. You cannot work with a baby in your arms. My parents left me in the care of a couple who owned a small inn in Limoges, this place. That is where I grew up. My mother visited me as a child when she could. It was not often. Then one day I realized she would not come back. I do not know what happened. There was no word. She only did not return. I believe that she must have died. I do not think she would have abandoned me by choice. I don't know. Is this voice any good? I am terrible at this. I'm trying, I promise. If Sarah had been older and Mariette younger, she would have hugged and comforted her, for Sarah was a tender-hearted soul. It was more difficult in this situation to know what to do. Mariette did not seem to be greatly wounded by her loss, only wistful. Perhaps it was so long ago, as with my own mother, she does not much remember or miss her. Or perhaps it is because she is an adult now, and she thinks that she must be strong. Whatever the case, I think you are right. Your mother must be in heaven now, watching over you. I am certain that she is a kind and loving woman, and that she would never forget you. Ah, how do you know this, mademoiselle? She rose from her desk and stood straight. Because you are a kind and loving person who looks after others. You are not my mother, but you are like a mother should be. So, I am sure your mother was just the same. And then Mariette did something unusual. For no particular reason, she laid out her hand atop Sarah's little dark head. She gonna give her head pats. Please do. Please do. We love the head pats. It felt warm. Head pats, head pats, head pats, head pats. Merci, mademoiselle. You get head pats. Or the head pats. There's nobody here. He's going. Sarah was playing hostess to Jessie at a tea party in her rooms, but upon this occasion Jessie's interest seemed to be drawn to Sarah's French maid. Truly, the corset is no longer at the height of fashion? Not in Paris, mademoiselle. It is quite good enough in the province. In London, the curved back and large bosom still dominates, but Paris must always be at the front of things, you see. Isn't it a lovely idea, Sarah? To be free to move and breathe, to have a small chest and to still be beautiful. My voice is going all over the place now. But yes, that sounds nice. If it is beautiful in Paris, then it must be beautiful everywhere else, even if people don't see it that way. The fashions of Paris are emulated all around the world. But it does take time. Marie Antoinette devised a fashion of shepherdesses, didn't she? What is that? It was not quite so, mademoiselle. As I have heard, the queen grew tired of the stiff brocade and jewels of her court dress, and wished something more light and simple. She designed gowns of soft, thin muslin, with much gathering and ruffle, gowns that could be both beautiful and comfortable. That design, in its own way, may have led to many of the dresses young ladies such as yourselves wear now, Paris before all. I thought I thought that the Queen wasn't very popular in France anymore. There are many who hate the royalty of the past, all that they represent, and others who still hope that the Sun King will come again. Blah, blah. Talking is hard, reading is hard. It is 3. It looks like our hour is pretty much up, so after this is done, we'll leave it there. Perhaps the crown will be restored one day. I do not know. It is not for my hands to decide. Head pats, head pats, head pats. As for Marie Antoinette, some mock her memory, but I have always had my own sympathy. I believe I was named in her honor. Oh, how charming! As conversation turned from Marie Antoinette to the Celtic origins of Jessie's own name, Sarah's mind wandered into recollections of a book she had read recently. It was not entirely unrelated, for it had been a book about the French Revolution. Specifically, the prisoners of the Bastille, men who had spent so many years in dungeons that they were dragged out by their rescuers with their long grey hair and beards covered their face. After so many years trapped underground, they had forgotten that the world outside existed at all. That seems a bit unlikely, but okay. And to them, walking into freedom was not so much waking from a dream as entering into one. That sounds very interesting. It would be very strange to be, in the dark for a long, long time, to the point where you're starting to forget what the sun looks like and what the grass looks like and all that kind of stuff, what the sky looks like. And then suddenly getting to see those things again, that would be a very interesting experience. I know that because I have agoraphobia. So there was about a year where I didn't really leave my house, and even before that, a lot of the time when I was out, I was looking down at the ground and stuff like that. And I remember when I started trying to recover from that kind of stuff, and the first time I went outside by myself again in like a year, and I just remember looking up, and it was very surreal, but it really was like seeing everything again for the first time. It felt like it had been a long time since I'd seen flowers and the sky and things like that, and I don't think I will ever forget that feeling. Like, it's a hard feeling to explain, but it was an amazing, wonderful feeling, if that makes sense. To doubt the sun, to forget that there was such a thing as stars, those poor souls. And yet, over time, they must have learned to believe in their new world. England was very strange to me after living in India, but now it seems as real, or even more so, than my memories. Sarah? Oh, please excuse me. My thoughts began to run away on their own. My thoughts do that a lot too. A pity that they can't carry us with them. Do 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 do. Okay, I think we'll do this. No, we'll leave it as it was. Only one. Work a little harder, girl. 3. No. No sympathy. Okay. Okay, I mean, like, it could have been worse. At least we got all our vigor pretty much all up. Miss. Oh. Sarah was startled when Becky caught her arm in the hallway one day. The scullery maid was usually too timid to be so insistent. If Sarah did not call out to her, Becky would more often pass unnoticed. What is it, Becky? Oh, miss, I heard, is it your birthday soon, miss? Yes, it's next week. That's what I thought I heard, miss. But I weren't sure. When is your birthday, Becky? I don't know, miss. Never had one. But you must have a birthday. Everybody has a birthday. You were born. I don't rightly remember that part, miss. But if you don't know when you were born, how old are you? Oh, this is too sad. Not so sure of that either, miss. The workhouse reckoned I were past 14 and old enough for service. Poor girl. Poor sweetheart. Doesn't even know her age. She doesn't look over 14. Yeah, she probably isn't. She probably isn't. They probably just wanted her to work early, so they're making it up because they don't know how old she is. Mariette said she thought Becky was older than she appeared. Poor Becky, to have never had a birthday. Yeah, that's true. People don't always look their age as well. Well then, if you have no birthday of your own, you shall share mine. Miss Mitchin asked if there was anything I wanted for my party. I want my papa to be there, but she can't fix that for me. But she can let you come to my party, and I'm sure she will, if I ask her to. Miss, are you sure? Of course I'm sure. Every little girl deserves birthday parties. Maybe you're older or maybe you're not, but you're still a little girl. Becky made a small noise, like a laugh half swallowed and tucked away. Oh, now I've got to scalp her now, miss. I did not say that well. But I hope you're right. Okie dokie. Now we get to save. And let's try to remember. I'll try to remember next time we play Becky's event. Save. Overwrite. I'll double save it just in case. Main menu. Yes. Okie dokie. Well, that is all. That is the end of this stream for now. I'll be back at 4. Thank you for anyone who popped in. I'm pretty sure it was just me this whole time. But that's okay. That's going to happen sometimes. That's fine. I hope everyone is doing well. Take care of yourselves. Drink water. Eat your food, care for your body, care for your mind, care for your emotions, care for the people around you, care for your environment, do all the caring. And if you're too tired to be doing that all the time, it's okay to let yourself rest. Okay? Hi, Sabat and Liam. Cut my steak into pieces. This is my plastic fork. I get ya. It's like the song. I got it. I understood. Sabaton. Sabaton? Is it? Or just Liam? Okay, I'll just say Liam. I think I can't tell if it's because I just don't know how it's pronounced, or because of that's just the way I speak. I can't tell. Hi. Unfortunately, we're just ending. But I will be back on at 4. So, like, in an hour. Oh no. Yeah, I know. It's much unfortunate. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to overload my computer too much. So in the afternoons, I'm doing streams that are only an hour long. And then I'm taking a break. Well, I hope it was a great stream. It was very quiet. I'm pretty sure that you're the only person who's come in. And it was at the end. But I did have fun. So that's what counts. So it's fine. I don't mind. I missed everyone. I've been asleep most of the day. Well, that's all right. Sleep is good. I'm glad you got to have a nice sleep in. That sounds wonderful. That's all that matters. Yes. Streams for you. That's right. That's right. As long as we're enjoying ourselves, that's right. And I had a decent time. It was a good opportunity to practice making different voices, so it was fine. But yeah, I'm sorry that we're ending now. I'm sorry about that. That sucks. But maybe I'll see you later if you feel like it, if you have the time. I have to catch you later. Yes, make your phone calls. Good luck. Have a great day. Bye. Bye. Wait, stream ending. There we go. Bye.